2 years ago, if I said, oh, we're going to start a Walmart store and not get into Amazon, there's people that are doing that. I don't agree with that, but there are definitely sellers that are on Walmart and no other online platform, which is crazy to me.
Lunch with Norm. Lunch with Norm. Lunch with Norm. Lunch with Norm.
Hey everyone, this is Norm Farrar, aka the Beard Guy here, and welcome to another Lunch with Norm, the e-commerce and Amazon FBA podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about leveraging Amazon to sell on TikTok. We're going to be talking about strategies to use while promoting your Amazon products on TikTok, what challenges you might have, and where do you see the future of TikTok and Amazon. So welcome to the Lunch with Norm e-commerce and Amazon FBA podcast. All right. Like I said, today we're going to be talking about leveraging Amazon to sell on TikTok. Our guest has a background in international business, multi-channel operations management for private businesses focused on retail and wholesale. He has a keen eye for identifying and pursuing new opportunities in emerging and established marketplaces. And first-time guest, please welcome Francisco Zarate. And I think I said that right. All right, let's have a word from our sponsor. Facing cash flow challenges with your e-commerce business? Discover Viably, your ultimate financial ally. From real-time sales data integrations to immediate funding access, Viably is here to support you. Plan your growth with their free tool for online sellers and engage with specialists whenever you need. Extend your cash flow with Viably. And enjoy the show. And by the way, I'm going hoarse because I'm screaming at WestJet.
Hey, no worries. I think you got the last name right. And Drake said, "I'm of elevated spirit, but I don't fly it. I'm spiritual, but I don't fly spirit," kind of thing. So,
well, I'll never fly WestJet again.
yeah.
Oh,
Sure. Hey, and talking about that, thank you for the invite. But customer success, it doesn't matter how good any product is, really, right? If the customer success is not there, there's no support, you feel like
abandoned.
You're on your own.
Yeah.
Product isn't gonna be that good, right?
No, and we talk about this quite a bit on the podcast. And no matter what you're selling, no matter if it's insurance or if it's a physical product, if it's a service, you got to have it. And if you don't, you're going to be at least short one customer. So let's get into today. I think we have a really great topic. And Francisco, I noticed that you were in the WhatsApp group as well. So that's great. Answering a few questions there. I saw that you joined about a week ago. So let's talk TikTok. All of a sudden, like out of the blue, TikTok has become this huge topic in a lot of different online communities. So can you tell us a little bit about what's going on? Why is it so popular right now?
Sure. So, well, it's a massive social media. It's competing against the giants. Meta is kind of you've always been seeing kind of like Meta how they adapt to times and they try to model after things. I'm sure you remember Vine, and that's when Instagram brought videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then now TikTok is kind of bringing up this new way, this super computer pointed at your entire, like everyone literally just like I find myself in a society now that everyone's kind of in TikTok and they're just like scrolling down. So it has that like factor of like super engaging platform, and it targets really well what you like. It does a great job at figuring your interests and recommending you stuff you like. So I would say like the amount of users that it drives monthly compared to what Instagram is driving now, it would make sense for people to start thinking of, let's sell in such a huge traffic highway in the internet right now. Because if you think it in those terms, Amazon is just a huge road. Google is a huge road. TikTok is an enormous road with a ton of engagement. And I guess what we started to realize as well with some of our users and as ourselves as operators and brand owners, we started seeing that the margin squeeze going on with Amazon all these years, every time it's like the less revenue, they're making more in fees, the times that it takes to process the inventory. So it only made sense for us back in 2016, 17 to start going multi-channel, omni-channel from Amazon. And in the process we're just keeping the eye out for what's the kind of like the bigger players out there. The way I perceive stores is, if you're selling on Amazon, it's like opening a flagship in New York, Park Avenue, 59th Street. You have an amazing location, you have Tiffany's by your side, and you're competing with Apple. So it's a huge flagship store. And if you're opening Walmart, it's like you're opening your London location. So for global brand management, it would make sense to open kind of a Hong Kong or Beijing store, which that would be TikTok. And yep, and TikTok, just huge opportunity. It super simplifies the shopping experience. It's just a couple of taps, couple of clicks, and you're within a product that has you're watching a video. You're within a video. You're seeing a product that's tagged to the product. With a couple taps in your phone, you're purchasing the product. And then as a seller, obviously, there's kind of the entire magic that happens behind, or like the things behind the scenes that go on, is you need to have inventory to fulfill that at a scale. You want to automate and be as efficient as you don't want to be filling manual orders for life. That's a good way to waste your time. So what we did is we automated the entire process. We're able to synchronize listings from our Amazon and Shopify and bring in multi and omni channel selling everywhere online. Now specifically TikTok, because it gives us the possibility to tag the products in our videos. It gives us the I don't know if everyone is aware here of the the TikTok seller shops affiliate program, where you can make your catalog available to affiliates and they start posting your videos, and they, with these promotions, they make a commission. But awesome, you just made a sale. What Skiprim does then is, how do we automate that entire process of order fulfillment and start tracking the inventories, making sure that we can even fulfill TikTok orders with Amazon at this point. So it's all about efficiency, automation, and opportunity, really, because it's a growing market. People are super engaged with their phones. You just have to double tap in a video product to purchase a product. That's huge. I think it relates to kind of like the concept of the one click with Amazon. It's just like a double tap on your phone, you're purchasing right out of TikTok, and the seller can be fulfilling automatically through Skiprem with a FBA or their own warehouse.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. How exactly does the Amazon seller leverage TikTok?
Sure. So I would say that once you go from a point on Amazon where you have optimized your listings, you have gone through a product photo shoot, and you've done product optimizations, and your listings are optimized in such a way that your titles are great, SEO optimized, your descriptions are awesome. You just want to be able to replicate that effort in a platform. So what we do, and at Skiprem, what we're really good at, is just taking that information from Amazon and just taking it to other marketplaces. So synchronizing your catalog. And what we've seen, okay, it doesn't it at a let's say you're handling 5 products, it might be easy to do it manually. But for much larger accounts with 100, 1,000, 10,000 units or items, sorry, different SKUs that they're selling, it becomes a more uh, intensive process, and it's super hardcore in terms of manual data entry. But Skiprem facilitates that. So in the past, back in 2017, we would need around 10 people to manage 10 different marketplaces, 100 different listings. That would be 1,000 listings to manage. That would be a thing of itself, catalog management. Right now, we're just synchronizing Amazon stores into the rest of marketplaces. So any change that happens on Amazon gets replicated into TikTok, let's say. So your images, your products, the association of the identifiers such as UPC and SKUs, and the way you fulfill them through Amazon. That's kind of how you actually leverage Amazon. Because let's say when you're launching an e-commerce business or you're managing an e-commerce business, you're already at a scale, you're trying to be as efficient as you can, and if you have already inventory available at Amazon, why not fulfilling your TikTok orders already? So with a couple clicks, you can synchronize this thing and it can do it automatically for you. You won't ever have to again fill manually a customer address or copy pasting a name or reconciling that the amounts were correct, because orders can come in for a couple items and they might be available at different locations or anything, and we don't want necessarily human error happening here because we don't want a customer as well. Then, and that goes back to your earlier thing of customer success. We get we would get back in the past when human input was necessary for manual data entry, there would be a lot of errors, and this we would have to account for. And now we just eliminated them completely, those type of errors. And in the sense that our customer success department would later have to deal with, hey, I got the wrong product because maybe somebody missed a different item. What if they on the quantity count, on the quantity count, they do a extra number, and then the profitability of the entire customer order changes based on a human error. So only streaming line that saves hundreds of hours for us and has made us thousands of dollars in revenue and profit that didn't exist, or that was being left on the table before.
Okay, so let's say that we take the app Supreme out of it. Uh, is it possible for sellers to leverage TikTok?
Absolutely. I mean, you can take the manual way as well. So if you
So
take
can we go through that?
yeah, yeah, you can essentially you would need to set up a TikTok seller shop account, and
Mhm.
then you would be for okay, so for the US you will need an entity, business entity, and that will be kind of the requirement. From there, you'll be able to create the listings. You'll be able to manage your products. And I don't know if I can share my screen. I can even show
Yeah,
you
sure.
around within the platform itself.
Yeah, you should just be able to hit present and then you can share your screen. And if anybody has any questions about TikTok or TikTok shop, just let us know in the comments section.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're in here. TikTok seller shop. I guess this is one of the accounts that I can show, no problem. But it will be kind of adding a new product, and from here we would start creating a product. Okay. So we would select the region, the type of product, add images, categories, all that can be a manual process. What I was saying is that we can easily synchronize that entire process.
Mm.
We can easily take all those descriptions, bring it from Supreme, and push them to literally every single marketplace up here and across regions, across all that. But what's pertinent, it makes sense when you're handling 100 or 2,000
Right.
items, some large quantities, but for sure if you want to automate a lot of that process, because yes, you can post the products here. What happens next is you start getting the orders. So here this one doesn't have that much.
And oh, just remember, Francisco, that the podcast is just audio, so you might have to describe it.
Okay, so what I'm describing here is kind of the order management part, where you would see the different type of orders that would come for your TikTok catalog. So the next thing that comes up is, okay, you get different items, and what if your business is storing them at different locations? So that sort of adds another layer of complexity of somebody has to come in, reconcile the order, make sure to create the pertinent fulfillment orders or shipping labels, and then later ship. What I'm suggesting and what I'm showing as well is that Supreme can entirely automate that process for you. So you won't have to manually enter any order information, and you will be able to automatically assign different warehouses to fulfill that order. So that's kind of like what I'm showing here. But I think what Norm is super interested in, and your earlier question was addressed to, was kind of how do we market? And this is a common question right now from sellers. Let me actually give you a couple ways that you can advertise your products on TikTok nowadays. So we have that affiliate panel, and we found that this one is one kind of looks like the Amazon Fine system, and yeah, you can set your catalog to share with other affiliates. You can add people, you can invite them, you can collaborate with creators, you can set commissions, and then you can invite them to sell your product. So, for example, I was saying this the other day, I was opening a open collaboration, and what it means is we need to synchronize all the products. So we would add the products, we would add the commission rate that we're willing to offer, or extend the affiliate. And then later, from a marketplace of creators, they would come in here, find creators, people, as you can see, it's pretty self-explanatory, has a ton of tutorials within it and tours and guides. But you will be able to basically niche down by types of creators, follower accounts, their performance. You'll be able to save creators as well and have an inventory history. From there, you'll be able to invite them to sell products. So you'll be able to find, let's say if you're selling makeup, you're gonna find like a ton of uh, girls or people interested in the makeup industry, and then they will promote your product. They can get a free sample, or they can get a sample from at a discount, and then you will pay them a commission, but they will help you make a sale in a perfect niche. So then you relate to other strategies. We always highly suggest to put product inserts in your product. So wherever the order goes in, it's rather from Amazon or Shopify, TikTok, Walmart, wherever it is, your customer is getting a product insert that says a way to sign up to your newsletter, so that way you can always retarget through email marketing with your brand. That's kind of our suggestion to leverage and further expand this growth, because the influencer would be kind of helping you to get a sale. But once you get the sale, you're able to send like a business card to their address, kind of like that. uh, hey, join our newsletter, get a 10% on our shop and next purchase. But then you got the customer, and you can increase their lifetime value, just email marketing. That would be kind of a good strategy there.
Okay, very good. Now, I just noticed that we are at the bottom of the hour. We got a bunch of people listening. If you're listening for the first time, at the top of the hour, we have something called the Wheel of Kelsey, and that's a giveaway. To enter that giveaway, it's hashtag Wheel of Kelsey, tag two people, and you'll get a second entry. All right. So, Francisco, what do we have today as a giveaway?
All right. So we brought over 50K worth of value for free for
Wow.
Norm's audience. Yeah. So we're bringing 10 full send accounts at $50 for a year, which can be about $1,000 to $500 per month. So we're gonna drop it at $50 per year, just for people to go pro on it, try it, and full send it with Supreme. Go multi-channel, learn new strategies to get more sales, engage faster with your customers, and fulfill orders automatically. And as well, we're gonna drop free onboardings, 10 of those, which is 1,000 value each. That's 10K right there. And then we're adding free Slack connections with our team for 12 months for 10 accounts as well. Each one is $3,600. That translates to 36K worth of value from our team, and just devotion to making sure your accounts get up to speed and you start selling more. Leverage 2024, get a ton of sales, just like boost your business this year.
So, you have, just so I understand this, it is going to be the Scupreme full send account, or you can connect with the Scupreme Slack channel,
And
or and
and
oh my gosh.
you're getting the full package here for $50. You're gonna get the team for a year, you're gonna get the software for a year, and you're gonna get full support on that.
Wow. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do, because I like having one winner on the podcast. What we'll do is we'll do a draw today for one person to get the full package, and we'll flip the bill for that. And then in the group, you have to be part of our WhatsApp group. We'll figure out a way that we'll create a contest for everybody in the group that could take advantage of this. And
Awesome.
how much is each one of those worth? And how much is the total package worth?
Okay, so if you count, let's make a ballpark average number of a
Yeah.
subscription. Full send could be $500. Okay, so if you
Okay.
multiply that, okay, just $500 subscription, and then the Supreme Connect, which we charge at $300 per month, which is
Right.
a full one-on-one support. We help you manage the account, any doubt, question, 24/7 support. It's kind of like amazing customer support, and that's our emphasis. We don't settle for nothing that amazing, which has to be right. We're
All right.
you cannot be working with companies that are selling $100 million and be not giving amazing customer support. So that's actually how you need to do it, right? And we believe in that. We believe that our customers go first, and that's the entire soul of the Supreme platform. So that's it. $3,600 for that plus 500. There you go, 4,100, and $1,000 of free onboarding. So it's $5,100.
Wow. And there's 10 of them. But today we're doing one. Excuse me. And like I said, we're flipping the bill for it. So one channel. So all you have to do is hashtag Wheel of Kelsey. Here I go again. One sec. Hashtag Wheel of Kelsey. Tag two people and you'll get a second entry. So if you want a chance to win that $5,000 prize, enter now. It's an awesome prize. Like Simon says, that's a mega prize, and it is. That's huge. Okay, so let's have a word from the sponsor, and we'll be right back. This episode of Lunch with Norm is sponsored by VAA Philippines. Looking for a high-quality virtual assistant for your business? With the rigorous screening, intensive Amazon and Walmart training, and ongoing professional development, get the peace of mind with skill and motivated virtual assistants for a long-term working relationship. Hire through VAA today, and now let's get back to the show. All right. So yeah, I still can't believe the prize. It's over $50,000 worth of prizes today for for your company Scupreme. So let's go back and let's talk about these strategies again. So you just dropped something on us with the affiliates. Probably a lot of people had no idea that there was even an affiliate program out there to leverage your store for sellers. So let's talk about any other ways of leveraging it, like TikTok Shop itself. Like just in our group, if you've seen our group, and I'm sure you have been paying attention to it, there is a lot of talk about people are just going through hell trying to set up TikTok Shop. So what are some of the problems that you see, and how do you get around it?
Problems that we see. Okay, so first thing I would say, I would like to ask you first. It depends on the size of the seller, but I would say like as established seller, first thing they need an entity, and that's kind of like the first roadblock that you'll face from TikTok. You need to have an LLC or some sort of organization that you show it's a business entity in the States, and that way you can. I'm pretty sure TikTok has a ton of kind of like regulatory issues with the US, so there's a ton of filter there.
What if
Then
you're like, let's say you're in Canada and you're trying to register in the States? Like I know for a fact that a lot of Canadian companies are trying to sell in the US, but they don't have a US address.
Okay. Here's the this is not a plug, okay? But I found this service called Inkfile, and it's amazing, man. You can register the entity quite fast, and it's super easy to use. It,
Inkfile is awesome.
yeah, have you seen it?
Well, Mick, I've got a friend who's one of the reps. His name's Mickey or Mikey, and he's been trying to come on the podcast, and we just keep missing each other. But yeah, great service.
Oh, get him on the. I don't know him. I don't know anybody at Inkfile. I know their product. The product is amazing. That's what I
Yeah.
think. It's
So what?
amazing.
So Inkfile, you want to explain what Inkfile is?
It's basically like a, I don't know, like a way to. It's a seller central, but for business entities. You create your own seller central. You create a business entity. They gave you an IEN,
Yeah,
E
EIN
E
number. Yeah,
EIN number, and yep, business number, address. You can get them to be the registrar's address.
right.
They cover every state.
And
It's
it's
crazy.
cheap.
It's mad cheap. It's like super affordable.
Yeah. So what I'll do is if anybody's interested in Inkfile, let me know. DM me. If you're in our WhatsApp group, just let me know. I'll get you their information. I'll see if I can get Mikey to become part of our group, and he can get you all the information. But it's very inexpensive. It's a great way. I'm glad you brought that up because it is a great way for Canadians, at least, to register in the States.
Yeah, it's all about like facilitating the things, and then after you set up your TikTok account, as I'm saying, you want to have an automated way to link your Amazon to your TikTok, so you can fulfill orders automatically from FBA through Supreme, and don't do anything. You don't need to add the tracking numbers back to the platform. Supreme will do it for you. But
Okay.
Inkfile, man, it's no easier way to open a company. I literally research a lot, and I think the soap is just easy to use.
Yeah, yeah. I can't say enough of it, and I've just completely forgot about it over the last year. So, okay, now you've jogged my memory. I'll get them back on. So let's go through the process. A lot of people, when they're thinking about, uh, and including myself, when I first heard about TikTok, was okay. How can I leverage it? How can I get TikTok? Open up a TikTok business to drive traffic over to Amazon. And then it was, oh, how can I use influencers to drive it either to a store or to my Amazon? And then it was a TikTok shop selling on TikTok. So there's a lot of different ways that you can leverage it. But what is the best way that you're looking at? Like, I know we just went through another scenario, but want to go through another, just like another possible way of leveraging your Amazon account to with TikTok. So
Uh,
not selling directly into a fulfillment center.
Not sending.
Okay, so what we were just talking about is connecting with an API, Supreme, to you get an order. Okay, it's a double tap, I think you called it, and then it just goes over to your fulfillment center and it's sold.
Mhm.
Now, let's do that with your Amazon account. Can you do the same thing with your app? Just like the double tap and then over to Amazon. Is it that simple?
We can double tap and it fulfills from Amazon, but there's no actual way to link to an Amazon um, profile within the video itself. What I would suggest is to, if you're trying to drive traffic to Amazon with TikTok, what I would suggest is to kind of do lives, and that works. So you would find that there's a trend in China right now. There's malls, entire malls filled with like retail space, that each like cubicle, each like space, it's a each store, it's really window and there's somebody in there with a phone on a stand, and they're just live streaming the product 24/7.
Right.
So lives, the way they work in TikTok, they really get this engagement and they do get viral. But the first thing that you need to run lives is you need to get 1,000 followers.
Okay.
So way to the 1,000 followers, I would say sync your catalog, start tagging the products just as you would in Facebook or Instagram. That same functionality is covered with Instagram, but you would just tag the products and then start posting videos. And then it's about discipline, because you need kind of a schedule and start doing recurrently. Because if you start doing so, TikTok's algorithm actually rewards that pretty well, because it knows that you're an engaged content creator. And combine that with the affiliate portal at TikTok Seller, and you will drive. First thing, this is a huge update from TikTok, because it gives the entire ecosystem of influencers and brands and the marketplace to generate revenue, to make it profitable. So if you think about it, the seller is making a sale, the marketplace is making a commission on the sale. Obviously, their TikTok is not going to do it for free, right? And then the affiliate, or the person who's shooting the video that got your product for free in the mail, you didn't have to pay them up front, let's say in the way of a fee or salary or a service type of thing. They're kind of doing it success based. So they're gonna make an amazing video. They have the interest to make their best work, because if their video goes viral, your product starts selling. Each track referral sale will reward them a commission. So it's actually a ecosystem functionality that TikTok brought up recently, that in combination with your own organic content strategy in TikTok, if you were trying to drive sales with TikTok, I would say use TikTok, right? Start posting, start
Right.
tagging videos, start using the affiliate system, reaching out to similar accounts, sending product for free. I mean, we found out, and it's same thing with customer success. You can never be cheap with customer success. You can never, hey, I wanna return my item, and you're not trying. Give your item for free to the customer. It's like, good, make him happy. He's
Yeah.
gonna tell his friends, he's gonna tell his family, he's gonna buy it as a gift next holiday season, because he appreciates your brand, and it creates that sort of like connection with the brand, that hey, they're not like stingy about a product that's like $15 on Amazon, $25 on Amazon. What does it take for a multi-million-dollar company to give a free product to a customer who's gonna probably gonna go on a Facebook group and write a nice review? He's not gonna go on a podcast and say that the airline is awful and now nobody's flying WestJet. You know, that's the type of like damage that you make to a brand when you're like not putting the right resources into customer success. So that's also about it. So you're trying to make your customers happy, reply to their messages, engage into other people's videos. Tons of ways to drive organic traffic nowadays. And
Yeah. So I'm glad I asked the question because I thought, and I misunderstood, but it makes perfect sense what you're saying. But I thought that there was a loophole where instead of selling from TikTok, that Amazon sellers through your app found a way that you could go from their TikTok directly over to Amazon and use that account because yeah, they don't sell through Amazon on TikTok. So I'm glad you were able to answer that question for me because I was confused and I thought you could, but makes complete sense what you just said. Okay,
well,
so yeah,
in,
go
in
ahead.
that case, it still generates a FBA charge, right? So Amazon knows you just fulfilled your item. They know you sent it somewhere and that you paid shipping for it. So that's kind of also adding up to your sales velocity, right? That's always driving sales. And as I'm saying, you want to have product inserts. You want to drive people to your Shopify. You want to drive people to your Amazon in the lives. Hey, go get the product. Go get on Amazon, look for my product. even if they have to go through like several pages, that even helps your listing, right? So it's like doing all these like guided through steps. That's leveraging TikTok to get traffic. The way that we really do is leveraging Amazon listings, taking them to TikTok, being able to synchronize the product, being able to fulfill that order automatically, whether it's from your warehouse. If you're a smaller seller and you have your inventory at the basement or at the garage, you can have a thermal printer, Skiprimo, automatically print it and you
Hmm.
can ship it out. So that's leveraging your Amazon listing. Or if you're not at home, you can turn it off. You can send it to Amazon. Amazon will fulfill your TikTok order, and you're chilling at the beach or with your family. That's kind of what we want to do. We want to save hundreds of hours that were later spent and lost to being in a computer copy pasting information, which doesn't really make sense, right?
Right. Okay, last question, then we'll get to the listeners' questions. But mistakes. What type of mistakes are you seeing sellers you do right now?
All right. So I would say not having a multi or omni-channel strategy. If you're in 2024, if you're
Yeah,
depending, if 90% of your sales come from Amazon, I don't want to say anything that's out of language, but you're
it's not a
you're
good
doomed.
thing to do.
Yeah, I would say the Elon thing is like you're doomed. Basically, you're doomed to Amazon figuring out that your product is amazing and they start selling it. You didn't build a brand, so you're not competing with quality or brand or customer like thing. Or I would suggest always build brands. I would say always build brands. Wholesale is an amazing model, but always try to build your own brand surrounding that, because brands is what actually gives you the control to go global, to own your own distribution networks, and in the end you're not, I would say, like, you're not depending on if Procter and Gamble didn't make enough Head and Shoulders for this season or something, or too many people on the buy box, you know.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing is like, build a brand, build it strong, take it multi-channel. Huge error if you're depending on just Amazon. Leverage Walmart, go on TikTok, take eBay. It can be a couple clicks with applications like Skiprim. I don't mind saying it out loud because we're fixing it a ton. We're fixing a ton of issues for a ton of people that were earlier coming to us. Hey, we tried listing mirror, it didn't work. We predict inventory with so stock, didn't work. So I'm not saying anything against anything. I'm just saying something pro our thing that we work so hard to making it to a point where you can easily this year boost your business 30%. No fear.
All right. Kels, looks like we got a bunch of questions.
Yeah, we have a ton of questions here, so we'll get right through them. First one is from Simon. A lot of our Amazon sellers are now on TikTok. 99% are Chinese. They all sit at 50% of their Amazon price. Seems that TikTok, Shein, and Temu are full of low price shite. How do you compete profitably?
Say that again. Is that it with an English accent?
That's how he he wrote it.
Ah, ah.
A lot of our Amazon sellers are now on TikTok. 99% are Chinese. That's true. They also, but hey, Amazon, you don't even want to go in there, right? Like Amazon, you're competing with the Chinese factories themselves at that point. And how to compete profitably? Well, you want to, as I'm saying, you want to first have your brand. I would say you want to import. Uh, we're talking right now US scenario. So you want to import merchandise. You want to have those pastimes that you can compete with. I would say you would want to be first thing having, if you're at a scale where you want to keep your inventory at Amazon, I would say leverage TikTok with the prices, just compound the Amazon processing fees into the cost of product, and then consider that an automated process. That's how you compete in that marketplace. And just content. That's the best way to actually compete in such social medias. And it's gonna sound like super logic, whatever it is, but don't expect to get amazing results with ChatGPT scripts and that's it. It's like you have to actually get to shoot amazing content, product, lifestyle, use case like being applied into real life, people want to see that stuff. Go for the viral factor. Always like keep people entertained, and just remember we're living in 2024 where everyone literally has like milliseconds of attention span. So always punch them first, I would say. Yeah. Always here with something. Hey, easy way to make more money 2024. I wouldn't know. Like this is the product that will clean your dog in 2 seconds. That's sort of things, right?
Okay.
All right. Next one is a comment from Alejandro. I've gotten several invitation emails from TikTok to sell on their platform. After watching this episode, I'm going to take action. So
Awesome.
And let me see from Rad. We have our TikTok shop. How can we link the TikTok shop to our own website? Is that possible?
Supreme.
There we go. So what you want to do is win one of the prizes today.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. And I think this one is from Michael or Mike. Question: in the omni-channel realm, can you individualize the titles, descriptions for each channel, or does it push the same data for all relevant fields for your listing?
Can I share my screen real quick?
Yep,
I
go
think
ahead.
I can.
Just remember to describe it because of our podcast.
Absolutely. So I'm gonna show now my catalog page right here, and I'm gonna go. And the question is, can we list different type of information? We call it customizations. And when we go inside the product, we're able to add customizations for information such as titles, bullet points, descriptions. So there's a button at the top right of the page that says plus customization. And we would add the marketplace that we want to select the customization for. And we can do it as well for images. So we can set different custom images for, let's say, Shopify. This started a couple of years ago. One of our users was like, hey guys, my Shopify has like this black aspect, it has this dark background, and Amazon, they only like white images, but our brand, I really want to have this brand experience on the shop. And it makes perfect sense because that's what we're trying to reflect, his brand essence. So he can do his customizations, and you can even set and upload different files, but you can select the different pictures that were earlier brought from Amazon, and you can select which ones to send, let's say, to Shopify specifically or to Walmart specifically. And as I was showing you earlier, you can do the same thing for price. So you can manually set the prices by the marketplace from a single dashboard within Supreme. That's the entire idea, that you save hundreds of hours in tab toggling and just switching around browsers or whatnot.
Okay. All right. I see Simon says something here too. On the Supreme website, TikTok isn't mentioned as an integration.
That's because we're releasing it just now. It's literally fresh out of the oven, so you want to be one of the first ones to get in there.
All right. Very good.
Okay. From Rad, can TikTok Shop connect with Walmart?
Yes. So we can actually as well fulfill your TikTok orders using WFS. If you choose at some point to leverage Walmart fulfillment service, which I know, Norm, do you know that they're actually competing a lot with Amazon, and they're lowering their rates so they can compete against FBA because they're repurposing all these retail and brick and mortar space that they have across the US, right?
Yeah. They've launched I don't know if it's in full swing. The last I heard, they've got 2 of these going, but their goal is to set all their super centers up and get rid of all the small shops in there and make them into mini fulfillment centers.
Yeah. Last time we spoke with the Walmart team, they were full steam with it. They're planning to compete with Amazon.
Yeah.
They're not trying to hold back any resources or anything because, as you know, Walmart might be one of the largest real retail space owners in the U.S. itself, and
Yep.
possibly in the world.
Yeah, they are. And this is, not only are they doing that, but they're doing all sorts of different things to try to attract the Amazon sellers or just new e-com sellers. So imagine this. 2 years ago, if I said, oh, we're going to start a Walmart store and not get into Amazon. There's people that are doing that. I don't agree with that, but there are definitely sellers that are on Walmart and no other online platform, which is crazy to me.
To me, it's always been a subject of personalities and
Hmm.
ambitions. It's like that's why I always explain, hey, it's like, do you want to settle for a shop in the middle of the Route 66, or do you want to have a New York flagship store selling like Amazon? And why not go global and open London, Shanghai, Hong
Right.
Kong, Lisbon, Madrid, Buenos Aires? Why not? It's like a matter of like how big do you want to go, right? How much
Yeah.
do you want to make?
Yeah. All right, Kels.
Okay, and our last question: can you sell on TikTok Shop from Amazon fulfillment centers?
Absolutely, absolutely. I would say that's the topic of the conversation right now. It's automating it, being able to leverage that inventory that you have at any location, really, but Amazon specifically. You can leverage that FBA inventory available. Amazon fulfillment centers will be able to fulfill your orders from TikTok with application like Scooprim.
Okay, I think that's it. I think you're off the hook. I'm going to read a sponsorship, but can we get some of your product information or your contact information?
For sure. So you can visit us at skipreme.com. I think the link is on the page,
Yep.
and feel free to reach us out. You can schedule free consultations. We offer free demos of the platform, and as well, just mention that you're a friend of Norm, and we'll send you to his WhatsApp channel.
Oh, okay, there we go. Simon snuck in a question, unless it's sarcasm. I'm not sure. I can't read
Uh,
it.
let's see. Will Supreme add the big European marketplaces such as Bowl or Decathlon?
We can, if they expose API points. SQPrime always has been driven by e-commerce sellers, made by e-commerce sellers for e-commerce sellers. So by customer demand, by user demand, we bring, like Eminem would say, by popular demand, we make it. So yeah.
Okay. All right. Very good. Okay. So we're going to be heading over to the Wheel of Kelsey in about 30 seconds or so. It is a crazy prize today. There's one prize, but there's actually going to be 10, but there's one prize being given away. It's $5,000 prize from Scupreme. And it's three different prizes, but it's a $5,000 value. And not only this, we'll figure out another way to give another 9 of these. So in total, it's a $50,000 value today. So if you want to get in on the prize given today, where we're flipping the bill for there's a $50 fee. And the other 9 people, if you want it, their $5,000 packages, it is going to cost you, instead of 5,000, it'll cost you $50. But for our giveaway today, it's only going to cost you 0 because we're taking care of it. So it's hashtag Wheel of Kelsey if you want to enter. Tag 2 people and you get a second entry. And we're going to go right over there after I finish this live read. Okay, Kels, here we go. And this is about seller basics. Hey, Amazon sellers, ever faced account suspensions, ASIN hiccups, or IP headaches? Introducing Seller Basics, your Amazon account's guardian. With just $99 a month, Seller Basics offers a dedicated team to shield your business from these challenges. Plus, this membership offers free legal consultations from seasoned e-com attorneys. No long-term contracts, cancel with just a month's notice. View Seller Basics as your Amazon account's health plan. Check it out at sellerbasics.com. And the disclaimer: Seller Basics isn't an insurer or law firm. Consultations come from independent firms. Results may vary, and membership needed before events leading to claims, and terms apply. All right, now let's get over to the wheel.
It's time for the Wheel of Kelsey.
All right. And it looks
So
like
hyped up.
Kels is muted, I think.
There we go. Sorry,
Okay, there we go.
we should be good to go now. We had one more entry, so I'm just going to grab that name. Mike.
Okay.
Can't miss anyone. And if you are the winner of today's giveaway, make sure you email us at k@lunchwithnorm.com. And like Norm said, we're still giving away 9 more of these just for $50, and that's going to be in our WhatsApp group. So make sure you check it out. And Mike,
I got it. Okay.
All right. Congratulations, Mike.
Hey,
All right,
Kels,
this
why
is-
don't we do another one? Let's just do a second one, and then we'll do the contest with the others.
All right, so here we go. We're going to spin one more time. And that was Mike H.
$5,000 value. Is it cool hand?
Cool hand.
Luke, you got it.
All right.
All right. For
All right.
everybody else, if you're not part of our WhatsApp group, this is probably a good incentive. Go over there. We'll figure out how to figure out this contest, and we will notify you if you win. So there's 8 more of these $5,000 value prizes available, and that's only if you're in our WhatsApp group. All right, Francisco.
All right.
Thank you
Norm.
so much, sir.
Thank you, my friend. I'll be looking out to see you soon. Maybe
Are you going on
host
that
you on my
cruise?
podcast?
Oh, that would be good. Are you going on that cruise?
on that cruise? No, but maybe my business partner will. I hope he does.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to be there. Kelsey and I are going to be there. But if we don't see you, yeah, I'd love to be on the podcast.
For sure, for sure. I'll send you the invite. But hey, man, thank you for the time. Thank you for the invite, and it was great seeing and talking to you. Okay.
And you too. And I got to vent about WestJet.
Well, anytime. I would say just like fly private.
Yeah. There you go. Okay, that's it.
the
That's
fix,
it.
right?
All right. We'll see you later. I hope everybody enjoyed today's show. Want more great information? Don't forget to subscribe by clicking here. Also, if you want to check out our latest podcasts, click over here.
Lunch with Norm.